On the air everywhere, this is New England Broadcasting.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Welcome to the program. It is the Ron Van Dam Show. That's who I am. You clicked on it. I didn't force you. You do what you want. You clicked on the damn thing. It's your problem. Did I take your hand and make you click? No. You did it on your own, so don't complain to me. I never thought that the major action in my life would be clicking. It's just so odd. It's just so odd to use that terminology. What'd you do yesterday? I clicked. What? What kind of verb is that? What'd you do yesterday? I tweeted. Like a bird? No, I communicated my thoughts to other people. Tweeted? What are you talking about? Terminology really sucks. We got to come up with better words for this stuff because it sounds really infantile. I tweeted an important... The president tweets. He chirps various things that are of national security. It's a stupid phrase. Where do I go when I want to find something out? Not the library. I Google. That is a sound that a baby makes when they're belching up their milk. I mean, Google? What the hell are we doing? I don't understand you. I don't understand you. This is so odd. It's just odd to me. All right, maybe I'll say provocative things. I don't know. Well, yesterday, Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House, she is the Speaker. She said that they're going to do the impeachment thing. They're in an impeachment inquiry phase, which they were anyway. But now it's full-fledged. We got our foot on the gas, and here we go. Even if you impeach Donald Trump in the House... that's kind of just a slap on the wrist where we're watching you, bozo. Better not try anything. But then it would have to pass through the Senate, which requires a 2/3 vote to get him out of office. So impeachment doesn't mean you leave office. As a matter of fact, if you recall, you probably weren't even born yet, half of you. Bill Clinton was impeached. People don't walk around pointing fingers at Bill Clinton going, hey, there's that guy who was impeached. No, a lot of people think he was a great president. He was impeached during his first term. Oddly enough, after that, ran for a second term and handily won. So being impeached doesn't mean that you're not going to be reinstated for another term. But there's one big difference between Donald Trump and Bill Clinton. One's a bigger dickhead than the other. Yeah, what Bill Clinton did was what Donald Trump did, only one was president and one wasn't. As you may recall, and my memory isn't that good, Bill Clinton apparently didn't have sex with Monica Lewinsky in the White House. They did sexual acts. There was no penetration involved. I don't know your definition of sex. If it's a penetration thing, then it didn't happen. He made out with the lady is what he did. Anyway, don't want to get into that. Okay, like that wasn't a national security thing. Like what's the big deal? I mean, Trump has been doing that all his life, so apples to apples on that one. Clinton never did international stuff to put our national security in jeopardy or leaned on a government to make false claims about his opponent's political campaign. It's totally different. So here's my question to Republicans. I know you don't like me. This is supposed to be a comedy show. I know. I get it. I understand. I totally agree with you. But, let's be adults here. Let's just get through this, and then I'll get on with the funny crap. I don't understand Republicans in this sense. You got a vice president, Mike Pence, who looks like he should change jobs and become a James Bond. He looks like a James Bond, that cold steel, Gray Sinatra kind of hair stuff. I mean, he's got it going. But instead he decided to go into politics. This is my problem. You got Mike Pence there as vice president, who is very Republican, believes in most of the Trump stuff, but he's not crazy like Trump. I mean, he's crazy, but he's not crazy like Trump. He's not mentally challenged like Trump is. So why don't Republicans just say, look, most Republicans, even though they support Trump because he's the president, because they have to, because that's the game you play, that's the loyalty game that you play in your party in order to keep the party going. At the same time, most Republicans despise Trump. The crazy ones like him because it's like when a dog poops on the lawn. Some people go, look at the poop sitting on the lawn. That is so cool. Look, the dog just pooped and now it's smelling its own poop. That's so cool. Those people will love Trump. But most people go, ew, that's disgusting. Most people think Trump is disgusting, causes far more problems than is a benefit. So why don't you just go along with the Democrats, impeach Trump, get him out of office? Mike Pence automatically, without even talk about it, becomes president, and all your problems are solved. You've got a respectable guy in office that some people agree with, some don't, but at least he's respectable, doesn't call people names, and doesn't do crazy power-hungry things. Pence will be your president. He might even get a second term, Pence, because that's a great resolve. So what's with you Republicans? You're supporting a guy who is anti-Republican. He does everything that Republicans don't stand for. He raises the national debt, puts us into budget crisis, affects the stock market by tweeting. I mean, you didn't want that. That's not what you were for. You were fiscally responsible people. You weren't supposed to put us into debt like this. I don't understand you guys. Your resolve is so simple to keep your party strong and make it even stronger. Dump Trump. He'd dump you in a second. Dump Trump. Pence automatically gets in. Everybody's happy. I can get some sleep at night. Everybody's good. I mean, I don't support any of Pence's policies or beliefs, but at least he's a human being. I mean, at least you can do is put a human being in the White House instead of a chimp. Holy crap, man. All right. How are you? I'm sorry I have not paid any attention to you whatsoever. I haven't. How are you? Are things good for you? Is everybody fine? Everybody in the family fine? How are you feeling? How's your arthritis? Good. You taking all your pills? Good. Good. Am I showing interest in you? Am I doing a good job in that way? Am I making you feel like you're worth something? Yeah, I know how to do that.
Have you ever wondered how Ron Van Dam manages to sound so damn sexy podcast after podcast after podcast? It's simple. No pants. Ever. Pants are for suckers. You are listening to The Ron Van Dam Show. Pants-free podcasting at its finest.
Pants are always optional. It doesn't matter. This is an audio thing. I can't see you. You can't see me. So why are we even doing pants? You know what I'm saying, man? Make yourself comfortable. Take all your clothes off. I don't care. I'm not talking to the kids. to you. God, what a misunderstanding that is. We have a great guest coming up a little bit later on in the program. All right, Dunkin' Donuts. I don't understand. I don't get it. Dunkin' Donuts apparently has signed up 12 million customers to their loyalty program. Yes, they've signed up to be loyal to coffee. Didn't know that was a thing. Apparently now you can order coffee online. All customers can. You don't have to be a part of their loyalty program. I pledge to be loyal to coffee. Wow. What happened? What happened with that? I pledge on my life to be loyal to Dunkin' Donuts and their coffee. I shall not stray from the... Oh, come on. I guess you can order a coffee online. That in itself is absurd. But you can, and then what happens is you go to your to the Dunkin' Donuts to which you called in this order of coffee. You park your car, you walk in, you say, "Hi, I'm Ron. Okay, Ron, here's your coffee. Thank you. Bye." And apparently you're on your way. What a wonderful service that is. Excuse me, I don't get it. Will you avoid the long lines? Isn't there a line to stand in that area to say your name to get your coffee? I mean, there's like 50 people online to buy coffee in the ordering counter area, and nobody's there to pick up their coffee. You just walk right in. You see a cup of coffee, says Ron on it, you take it, and you're out of there. Look, here's why I don't understand this. First of all, what I just said is totally absurd. Secondly, if you've ever been to a Dunkin' Donuts, and I know you have, don't hide it from me. Even if you don't drink coffee, you've gone there for some reason. When you go to a Dunkin' Donuts, no one gets out of their car. No one parks their car and gets out. That's too much effort. They sit in line for half an hour, 50 cars deep, because they don't want to park and they don't want to go in. They just want to sit in their car and waste time that way, like you're sitting in traffic. It's actually signing up to sit in traffic, and your only reward is you pay for a cup of coffee and you get it. That's your reward for sitting in traffic, and the traffic being the line to reach the speaker to place your order and then to wait for the coffee. This way you pull up, you get a space, you go in, and you deal with all those schmucks standing in line there. This is for coffee. It's for coffee. It's for stupid coffee. Let me tell you something, and you're going to disagree with me, but I kind of don't care. You can go to any gas station in America, especially to the ones that have coffee. They brew their own coffee. It's the same kind of coffee brewing machines that they have at Dunkin' Donuts. They brew like dark roast, light roast, decaffeinated, light and then dark roast, dark and half light roast, roasting darkness. They've got like 50 pots of coffee in these gas stations. You pour it into your cup, you leave. It takes you no more than 20 seconds. There's no line, there's no problem, and it's coffee, and it's under $1. It's 89 cents for gas station coffee, and it's very, very tasty. It's in the same machine as they make the Dunkin' Donuts coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. It's that, or you can stand in line or sit in drive-through traffic for like $2.50, $2.75, up to $3 for a cup of coffee. What are you, insane? What's wrong with you? Don't you think things through to their end result? Isn't that what you're supposed to do if you have intelligence? I am a slave to the coffee. I talked about this before, and I'll talk about it again. We're slaves to coffee, and I don't know how that happened. I guess it's because coffee is a drug, although I don't see a lot of people like sitting in the curb homeless saying, I used to have a wonderful place, but I spent all my money on coffee, and now I'm homeless. I don't quite get this. It's not the drug of choice necessarily. It's damn coffee. But yet people are a slave to coffee, man. And they use coffee as an excuse for things. Johnson, you're late at work again for the 5th time this week, and there's only 5 days in the week that you work here. You've been late every day. I'm sorry, man. I didn't have my coffee. I didn't have my coffee. I'm not thinking straight. Oh, okay. Well, that's different. Oh, you didn't have your coffee. Well, okay. Now I totally understand. We use coffee as a... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I made a mistake there. I haven't had my coffee yet. Oh, you didn't say that. Oh, okay then. Okay, that's fine then. That's fine. What if you're on trial for murder? How do you plead? How do you plead? You murdered your wife? What? How do you explain that? How do you plead? Well, I hadn't had my coffee yet, and I was all confused, and it was a bad day. I hadn't had my coffee yet. Oh, you didn't have your coffee. Case dismissed. He didn't have his coffee. He killed her by mistake. He didn't have his coffee. He wasn't thinking straight. He didn't have his coffee. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, fine. You're good then. Okay, good. See you later. Bye-bye. What kind of excuse is that? It's a horrible auto accident. What happened? Why did you hit that car that caused a 23-car pileup? Oh, I'm late for work. I hadn't had my coffee yet. Oh, you haven't had your coffee? Okay. It's okay, guys. He didn't have his coffee. Call the insurance company. Tell them he didn't have his coffee yet. That's why this happened. Oh, okay. We forgive him. What kind of thing is that? So you want to sign up? It's called the On-the-Go Mobile Ordering System at Dunkin' Donuts. Sounds what kind of title is that? The On-the-Go Mobile Ordering System. Wow, sounds like we're launching ballistic missiles here, right? What? I haven't had my coffee yet. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Okay, all right. Bobby, this is the first time we're having sex. I've known you for 2 months. We just had sex and nothing out of you. You're just lying there limp. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't had my coffee yet. Oh, okay, that's fine then. Oh, who needs it? Who needs your silly little limp thing? You didn't have your coffee. That's fine. You didn't explain that to me. Next time, tell me ahead of time. God, what's wrong with us? Well, it's not wrong with me. I don't drink coffee. I don't. One little sip of caffeine, I'm up for 17 years. 17 years. It happened once. When I think I was 20. I had a sip of caffeine by mistake. I thought it was decaffeinated, but there was caffeine in it. I didn't sleep until I was 37 years old. That's true. It's not true. I just haven't had my coffee yet. Crazy, man. I know some people that... Never mind. I was almost going to get personal, but never mind. Forget it. You know, when you do these shows every day, especially when I haven't had my coffee yet, when you do these shows every day, you're constantly stopping yourself going, no, don't say that, Ron. No, don't go there. No, caught myself in time on that one. Come on. I despise Trump. I really do, because he despises me. He does. He tells me so. He does. President of the United States calls me a moron because I tend to vote Democratic. I tend to be into more of the liberty kind of thing and Constitution thing. So he says now I'm the enemy of the people, you see, and also because I'm in broadcasting. I'm fake news as well. Well, that part's true. So I decided to start looking up what companies are Trump supporters. I just won't go to their companies. I feel bad for the employees because, they're like stuck in the middle. They need their jobs, but they happen to be working for owners who are Trump supporters to the point where they give like a lot of money to the Trump campaign instead of to their employees. The employees should be pissed, but hey, I know you need a job. Here are organizations that actually donate large amounts of money to Trump. The Miami Dolphins, well, Unless you live in Florida, who cares? Chick-fil-A, large supporters, financial supporters to Trump. Chick-fil-A. Is that a thing? I mean, the place isn't even open on Sunday. Come on. Taco Bell, Wendy's, and KFC. I think they're all owned by the same guy or woman, I don't know, company, and they are heavy financial supporters of Donald Trump. IHOP. They are heavy financial supporters to Donald Trump. Next time you go to IHOP and eat one of their pancakes, ew. Olive Garden. Well, look, if you're going to Olive Garden on a regular basis, I think that this makes sense. They are big financial supporters of President Trump, and Trump gets all the breadsticks he wants. Applebee's. I didn't know they were still open. Outback Steakhouse, large supporters, financial supporters to President Trump. Outback Steakhouse. Look, whatever. Target, man. The department store, Target. They contribute to Trump's campaign. Target. Funny story about Target. And by the way, you do what you want. I'm just doing what I want. You do what you want as far as that list is concerned. And there are others, obviously. There's some pizza chains that are really into Donald Trump. There's pizza companies, they really support Trump. I don't know what it is about pizza. It's maybe the cheesy part. I don't know. I went to Target once, and by mistake, I was wearing a red T-shirt. Everybody at Target wears red T-shirts. If you work there, that's the uniform. Very creative. Because the Target is red. Get it? So anyway, I walk into Target, and I'm walking around, and this woman comes up to me, and she says, can you tell me where the fans are, the electric fans, and how much they are? And I said to myself, oh my God, she's like mistaking me for a Target employee. So I said to her, yeah, the fans they're in the next aisle. They're free today. Take one and walk right out. They're free. Thanks for shopping Target. Now, I don't know if she thought I was a crazy person or realized I didn't work for Target, or right now she's enjoying a cool breeze courtesy of Ron Van Dam. And you're welcome. Hey, if you're going to mistake me for an employee, I'll mistake you for a smart person. So there you have it. I have so much fun sometimes. Other times, not at all. Not at all. Not in the least. Not even close. All right, kids. We're going to speak to our guest right after these words.
Gentlemen, have you ever been in the mood for a nice knish or maybe bagel in the schmear, but you're also in the mood for some exotic dancing? You can't find those in the same place. Until now. I'm Moishi Kaufman, inviting you to come visit us at Moishi's Knish and Strippers, the area's first genuine kosher deli and titty bar. Come in and rock out with your locks out and check out our dancers. These girls are so nice you'll plots, and they're all certified kosher. Maybe not the kind of girl you bring home to mother, but once you see Delia fold a dollar bill without using her hands, you won't care what mom thinks. Look, Bubby, you're in a strip club. That alone is enough to kill her, so live a little. Every Thursday, don't miss our buns and brisket buffet from noon to 6. Moishi's Knish and Strippers is closed on the Sabbath. Hey, we might be a little unorthodox, but we're not heathens.
Good morning, Ron. Hey, Ron.
Hello, everybody. Liz Markus joins us. She's director of Johnson & Johnson's Reignite Program. And Linda Piper's here. She's a current returner. We'll explain what that is in just a second. One of the greatest fears of any working person is, what if I'm not working for a period of time? Am I screwed? I mean, because most companies like to see a constant type of performance, go from one job to the next if that's the case. But there are circumstances, and many of them, where you would be out of the workforce for a period of time, and then are you in trouble? And that's what we're talking about here. Liz Markus, this is a common concern of many people.
Yes, It certainly is. And we have a way to help here at the Johnson & Johnson Reignite program.
That's great. Now, you're with Linda Piper, and Linda, you actually were in this situation, I understand.
Yes, I certainly was. And, the things that you mentioned are real. They are real thoughts that I had, that I know many of my friends who have been out of work for some period of time have had. But there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope at the end of the tunnel. The greatest thing about Reignite is that it really embraces your time off. When you're out of work for some time, no matter what you're doing, whether you've been home with your kids or whether you have been maybe gone to the Peace Corps or gone back to school, taking care of an elderly parent, there are so many life skills that you learn that really help to build your emotional intelligence. And coming back to work in a program like this that really is an advocate for all of those skills, that they realize that brings value to your work, that it brings a renewed energy, allows you to see and deal with people from a new perspective. It's really been a huge relief to know that there are big corporate environments that are so friendly that way. It's really been wonderful.
So how is this actually working now? Is this that there's an effort and a push to help people reignite, or are there some companies that actually are seeing this as a great value? Is this done by company or done by advocacy?
I think it's a little bit of both, Ron. Certainly I can speak for our Johnson & Johnson Reignite program. We look at this as Linda mentioned, the individuals that have taken a career break are gaining tons of experiences, tons of thoughts and ideas that we want to bring to our organization and really allow that diversity of thought and innovative thinking to help us, help for the health for humanity and provide more value to our patients and our customers. But I do think, Ron, that this is also a groundswell that is going to take effect all over. We partner with a company called iRelaunch and the Society of Women Engineers that see this happening all over. It's not going to be if millennials take a career break, it's going to be when. And so we're preparing for that workforce of the future today.
Is it accurate that if a company takes someone into their arms who has not worked for a period of time, that the salary might be a tad lower, which is kind of, I guess, okay under the circumstances, but is that a trade-off sometimes?
Well, what we offer, Ron, at Johnson & Johnson is a 4-month internship.
Yeah.
So these individuals come on board. They're allowed to dust off their skills. They take training. They get peer and mentor support. And during that 4-month internship, they're really building their confidence and their capabilities. And at the end of those 4 months, then they have an opportunity for a potential full-time role at an organization like Johnson & Johnson.
Oh, now is there that training period? Is there any charge for that, or that's an investment that the company makes?
Oh, that's 100% an investment on Johnson & Johnson's part, because we believe that these individuals and the skills and the capabilities that they've built will add value, as well as through those trainings, it will just help make us a better organization.
Yeah, I mean, it always makes sense. I mean, even people that go into the military and they come back, they can't find jobs because they weren't into the mix for that period of time. And yet those are some of the strongest candidates because of their discipline and et cetera. And mothers raising children, I mean, I think I'd rather work than have to do that. So, I mean,
yes, I couldn't agree more, Ron.
So, yeah, and I use the term work, in a respectful manner. Okay, so this is a great opportunity, and I guess by example, it's a thing. Like Johnson & Johnson is doing it, and other companies might say, well, that's working for them. Now we're behind the ball because they're doing it and it's successful, and we're not doing it and we're not successful.
Exactly. We do feel that this is something that will continue to be a trend in the future.
Yeah, so you're setting a trend here, and it's a great thing too. Okay, well, and by the way, how's everything going with you, Linda? I mean, are things going well?
Very well. I couldn't be happier. I have received so much support through this program. It is really a safe place to come in, to get reacclimated, to gain training. As Liz mentioned, the mentoring that's available, being paired with a buddy. Even my manager realizing that I had taken a break, I need a little time to get up to speed. And in addition, I'm in a new area of IT than I was doing before. So there are lots of learning curves I'm dealing with at the same time, and I could not have more support. It's really, Johnson & Johnson has been a wonderful, wonderful advocate for people like me.
Yeah, I understand Johnson & Johnson's been around for a while. So.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, how can people get information? I think there are a lot of listeners who are saying, oh, "This is like, wow, this was my hurdle. Maybe not. It's not a hurdle anymore." What do they do? Where do they go?
Yes, they can check out our website, careers.jnj.com, and click on the link for Reignite.
Excellent. Well, thank you to the both of you. Something we didn't know before. Now we do. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Ron.
thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Take care. Bye-bye. Well, there you go. I mean, congratulations to Johnson & Johnson for putting that program together. But at the same time, aren't you the people that are being sued by millions of people who use talcum powder and you didn't warn people about it and they got ovarian cancer and that kind of stuff? Are you the same Johnson & Johnson? Okay, you're trying to make up for it by doing this this good thing for people. Doesn't quite cut it, but whatever. I guarantee that's the last time there'll be a guest on this show after what I just said. But, I don't know. I mean, nice that they're doing that, but on the scale of, I don't know. Hey, have yourselves a wonderful day. It's what you make of it. I do wish you peace. Go forth and multiply. I'll be back again tomorrow, by the way. You want to click here tomorrow, anytime, or whatever, over the weekend, whatever you want to do. I'm always here. I'm stuck here. I'm stuck in this radio purgatory here.